All right, guys. Hello. I am so pumped about every Zoom we do, but specifically this one because I know so many of you guys are in a season where you are ready to grow your team. You're looking for distributors that are ready to work, and that's what we're going to talk about tonight is recruiting, where to find people, what to say to them, the mindset behind it, and things you can do to attract people into this business, you guys. And this is such an important time of year to be planting those seeds, to be having those conversations, because guess what? Here on January 1st and then going into the new year, people are ready for change. And so whether or not this training puts distributors on your team this month, it's going to put distributors in your business over the next few months if you will take these steps consistently. Okay, we know that a lot of people aren't going to join the first day that you talk to them, but we want to get you in consistent planting mode, that you're always offering the business to people every single day. Because when you do that, you'll get to a point eventually that you've been so consistent that you will be consistently adding people to your team because of all the seeds that you've planted. So I promise you the things we're going to talk about tonight, they work, but you have to continue to do them. You can't just do them for a couple days or do it for a week or two and decide, nope, nobody's joining, I'm not good at this. No, the people that are recruiting on this team are the people that are doing these things on a daily basis, okay? So get out a notepad, take some notes. We're gonna share some of our messages in the chat that you guys can copy and paste. We're gonna show you how to do host to post to attract potential distributors and how to incorporate your story, whether you are brand new or you've been in for years, how to incorporate your story into recruiting distributors. So I have a couple of things that I'm going to go over, and then I'm going to throw it to Emily and Lindsay Rosenhagen that are going to go over 2 topics tonight. So we're going to keep it fast and furious. I hope you guys are ready. Feel free to ask questions in the chat, be loud. Let's be excited. I know it's late where some of you guys are, but let's just be pumped. You guys, this December is going to be absolutely amazing, and we're going to make sure it is. So here we go. A couple of things that I want to do. Well, right off the bat, I have a little cheesy activity I want you guys to do. If you have a notepad out, you can jot this down. If you don't, I want you to truly take 60 seconds and do this, okay? So I want you to list off 5 qualities of someone you want to be on your team. 5 qualities. It could be a natural leader. It could be a hard worker. It could be someone willing to learn. It can be a type of person. It could be you really want to work with moms. It can be whatever. Okay, 5 qualities. What type of person are you looking to work with? Give you guys a second. Okay. Hopefully that was pretty easy. You guys should know what you're looking for. That's part of, you need to know what you're looking for in order to find it, first of all. Now I want you to look at that list and I want you to ask yourself, am I all of those things? Am I those 5 things? So if you guys want to share some of the things you wrote on your list in the chat, I would love to see it. I think a lot of you guys are probably going to have similar things, probably a positive attitude, willing to learn, has big goals, okay, ambition, self-starter, love it, okay? So I want you to look at that list and be very honest with yourself. Are you already those 5 things? Because in order to attract those things, you guys are going to need to become those things. And so sometimes we have to grow our mindset. We have to grow who we are, what we're doing in our business in order to attract the things that we're looking for. So be very honest with yourself when it comes to that. But narrowing down that list of truly what you are looking for when you think about who's going to join your team is going to help you find those people. When you're scrolling, you're going to notice those people more, okay? You really attract what you put out there, so you need to have that specific list of qualities that you are looking for. Okay, so that was the first thing that I wanted you guys to do. The second thing is a question that I often get, and I kind of want to touch on every level here because I know we have some brand new distributors on here, and again, I know we have people that have been in for years and everything in between, so just bear with me. But if you are brand new, a lot of people ask, well, what do I need? Do I need customers or do I need distributors? Is one better than the other? And this is the answer that I always give. It's not about what we need, it's about what other people need. So when you're having a conversation with someone, do they need an extra income? Then great. They'd be a potential distributor for you. Do they just want to try the products at a discount? Great. They're a great potential customer for you. I think sometimes we want to force them one way or the other, but it's truly about what is that person looking for. And one of the things you have to keep in mind when you are recruiting is that you're looking for people that want to work. Okay, I think sometimes we see potential in people and we want to convince them to join. It does not help you to recruit distributors that aren't interested in learning how to build this business. And we all know that we will sign up people that will lose our number, that we'll never hear from again for whatever reason. They will join the witness protection program. But overall, you are not looking to convince someone that they need to make an extra income. We are looking to see what someone else needs and what we can help them with, and then going in that direction. Okay. Yes, people will have concerns, skepticisms, objections, excuses. They're too busy, they're too shy. Okay, those are all normal things when it comes to recruiting distributors. But as far as do I need customers or distributors, is one more important than the other? You want both, but you're making it about what they need. Okay, if you go into this business with what can I help other people with, you will be insanely successful. So a few other little tips, and overcoming objections is probably one we could talk about for an hour, but you have to be confident in what you're offering. And for those of you that are brand new, I know that this is really hard. I know that some of you probably haven't even received a paycheck yet, maybe haven't even earned your shopping spree. Hear me, I get it, but you have an opportunity right now in your hands that you don't even realize how great it is right now. And someone out there on your newsfeed or in your phone contacts is looking for an opportunity just like this. And so just because you don't know everything, just because you don't feel super confident, just because you don't have this insane success story, you already have access to everything that you're going to need to train a new distributor. You already have access to this whole team of people that's going to offer new distributor trainings, that offers launch pages, that offers a team page. The company has an app. You have access to everything and everyone you need to help someone else get successfully launched in this business. So don't let your lack of confidence or your lack of success story right now keep someone from finding theirs. Okay, so a perfect example is like some of you that you're like, well, I'm just a fill in the blank. I'm just a distributor. I'm just a Ruby, or I'm still at this rank, or I'm still here, whatever that thing is that you keep repeating in your head. Don't let that keep you from joining someone that's going to go ambassador next year. Don't let I'm just a Ruby make you limit other people and what they could do in this business. Okay, wouldn't you love to have someone on your team that goes crazy and outranks you, that promotes higher than you? You guys, we are so blessed in this company. In other companies, if someone outranks you, like someone joins your team and they get to a rank higher than you are, they break off. How crazy is that? Here, it's not that way. You want people on your team to be insanely successful. So don't make your lack of success story keep someone else from building their success story. Okay, share this with pride, you guys. And I'll say, when I was brand new in this business, I was just straight up honest with people. I don't know all the answers. I don't know if I'm going to make any money, but I'm going to try, and I really think I can do it. That's how I talk to people. I didn't have all these fancy scripts, and I'm going to share a bunch of the messages that I use in the chat once Emily starts talking. But just be you. If you're excited about this opportunity, which hopefully you are, that is what you're sharing. Talk about where you're headed. It doesn't matter where you've been. It doesn't matter where your story is. People care about where you're going. They want to follow a journey. They care about where your goals are. They don't care about everything behind you. They want to know why you joined. They want to know you're a human being that's normal, that you're a hot mess. They want to know that they can do this too. Okay, that's the most important thing that you can give to a potential distributor, is the confidence that they can do this too. And the way you build that confidence is by what you're doing right now. You're on this Zoom, you're plugging in, you're asking questions to your sponsor, you're learning, you're doing personal development. doing all of those things builds your confidence, and that confidence will come off to people when you talk to them. Okay. So very last thing that I'm gonna touch on, and then I'll throw it over to Emily, is right now we have $39 promo codes. Okay, and I'm gonna explain this really quick, but if you bought your conference ticket earlier this fall, you were given 10 promo codes for October, 10 promo codes for November. Okay, I know there are people on here that joined after that was even a thing. I know some of you guys didn't buy your conference tickets, so you don't have promo codes. But here's the thing, as a team, we have a lot. I did a post on the team page at the end of November just for promo code sharing. And we have so many promo codes left across this team, you guys. If you, no matter who you are on this Zoom right now, if you have a potential distributor or you find one before December 12th, we are gonna find you a promo code. We will find you one. I promise you. You can message me, you can message your sponsor. We will get you a code. Let us help you grow your team. Use the $39 as an incentive. You guys, create urgency. Tell people I only have 2 codes until 12, and I'll send you guys my message, but I only have 2 codes, or I only have 3 codes, or 10, or whatever. We will get you a code. Our goal is to have no codes left at the end of this, well, not the end of the month, but at the end of December 12th. Let's go crazy with it. So please hear me. If you are on here and you do not have promo codes, we will get you one. Use this to create urgency so that someone else can potentially change their life in this business. Because the cool thing about this season we're in, you guys, is that people can get in, they can learn the business, they can try some products, they can get a foundation, they can show up to some trainings, and then they can take advantage of all of the momentum and excitement that's going to come in the new year. So that's all I wanted to share. I'm going to toss it over to Emily, who has some really awesome stuff to share with you guys. Please take notes.
Hi, everyone. So if you don't know me, my name is Emily Duba. I've been with the company almost 2 years, which is kind of crazy to say. And through that time, I have tried and failed 1,000,001 times. But what's really awesome with this company is that whenever we step out in faith, our courage muscle gets to be flexed. And every time we flex that courage muscle, when we step out, when we're a little bit scared, and we do it anyways, we grow in strength and in mindset and in belief of who we are and what we're capable of. So I want to talk to you guys. I'm going to echo a little bit about what Alyssa was talking about when it comes to your stories and give you very tactical ways for you to apply that in your posting, in your stories, posting your stories and stories, and then talking to people about your story. So there's a very tactical way to go about it. If you were on our Wednesday night or Wednesday noon training, I've talked about this before. So if you've heard it before, it's always really good to hear things over and over again to make sure that it is sinking in. Again, it's a try and try and try and try and do and do and do. You're never going to arrive. So you always want to keep learning. So the tactical things, when you are telling your story, you need to make a note that you have 2 minutes to captivate somebody's attention. Okay, if you send them a litany of who you are and where you've been and your entire life story, you have lost them. I promise you, you lost them. You want to be quick and to the point, and you want to be relatable to whoever you are talking to. So the tactical ways to do that is tell 3 pain points. Okay, these are things that who you were before this business. You know, my story that I tell people is that before the business, I was drowning in credit card and medical debt. We were barely making it paycheck to paycheck, and I was fighting with my husband all the time. And then I found this business, right? So I have 3 pain points, and then I have a pivot. Okay, my life was like this until. Okay, you make the pivot. The company fell into your lap. Somebody reached out to me. I saw a post, whatever your pivot was. And then you provide 3 solutions to those 3 pain points. Okay, so I'm no longer drowning in credit card and medical debt because of this company. I've been able to pay it off. I'm not living paycheck to paycheck anymore. And my husband and I have been married for 10 years. This is the first year we've built up a savings account. Okay, that's nuts. That is so insane. And the third point, we're not fighting over finances anymore. I mean, we're married, we still fight, but it's not over finances. So I always tell people, like, if you can relate to that, drop a one in the chat, because I feel like so often we think that we don't have a story to tell, but we do. We have pain points that other people can relate to, and it's important to share that. There is power in your testimony. Your story has power to make an impact. And if you hoard your story to yourself, you are doing not just you, but your whole community of people through social media or in your home or the people you meet at the grocery store. You are doing them a disservice by not telling your story. You have an impact to make. It's your responsibility to flex that courage muscle and share it. You are paving the way for people. You are paving the way for someone who didn't know that you could be a teen mom, barely graduate high school, and not have a college degree, and still bring in a full-time income and make an impact on the world. You guys, that's my story. That's part of my story. That's who I am. And you have to understand that your story is more than just 3 pain points. I can break it all down. I can break down each of my pain points into other pain points. So you don't have just one story to tell. Your story might look different to somebody who you're talking to. If they aren't married, you're probably not going to say, I'm fighting with my spouse all the time, because they're not going to be able to relate to that. But if they're a mama, guess what? I want to stay at home with my kids. I don't want to send them to daycare. I don't want to have to miss out on, when like school trips were a thing. Like, I don't want to have to miss out on that. I wanted to be able to go in and create a craft with them in their classroom. I wanted to be involved. So that is a pain point where I was like, I didn't want to have to go get a job. I didn't want to have to go work a job that I didn't like. I didn't want to have society telling me, well, you don't have a college degree, you're only worth minimum wage. Like, no, you are worth more than that. You are worth fighting for, and you're worth sharing that story so that you can pave the way for somebody else who is living in a life of doubt and fear and insecurity. When you get started with this business, if you feel like, I don't have a story to tell, yes, you do. Alyssa was talking about how you just be honest, get excited about it. Why did you join? Why did you join? What are you looking forward to accomplishing? And you should share about that. Be honest. I'm not really sure what I'm doing, but here's what I'm working towards. Okay, here's what I want to see accomplished. Here's what I want to do for my kids. You guys, I'm working to pay for Christmas. I joined this company because I want to go on vacation in the spring. I'm so sick of having to reach out to my parents and ask for money for diapers or groceries, right? What adult wants to do that? It's embarrassing. So understand that you can relate to people, and your ability and your willingness to get vulnerable with people will open up doors for you, because people will understand that you are a real human being. So how do we tell this story? Okay, we're going to take these 3 pain points, the pivot and the solutions, and we're going to post about it on Facebook, right? Throw up a selfie of you and your family and tell the 3 pain points about that. Okay, I will challenge you to do this today, or maybe not today, but within like the next 24 hours, to record yourself telling your story. It's a lot harder than you think. It's a lot harder to break that story down into 2 minutes. Okay, I challenged my team to do it. They were like, I'm on my 1500th take. Like, I don't know how to tell my story in 2 minutes. It takes time. You have to practice it. And that's okay. If you're like, I don't really know what my story is, write down how you felt before you joined the business and what you're excited to accomplish. And you'll find your story, and your story will develop, and it will change time and time and time again. And when you record yourself telling it, you will grow in confidence in telling your story. Every time you practice it, you stand in front of a mirror and you say, hey, I'm Emily Duba, and I am a mom of 5, and I didn't want to blank, blank, and blank. And so now I blank, blank, and blank, right? Practice it in front of a mirror. It's awkward until it's not awkward anymore, right? It's one of those things that it is awkward until it's not awkward anymore. So you have to practice it. The other place that you can put your stories is in your stories, right? Like you can talk on your stories, you can record and put it into your stories. You can make slides in your stories, put up a picture of you and just write over top of the story. It doesn't have to be super fancy. You have to remember too that people want to relate to you. So if you are always constantly posting things that they don't think that they're capable of, number one, it's not your responsibility, right? If they want to figure it out, they'll figure it out. But number two, people want to know that they can do what you're doing. So you have to be relatable and you have to be vulnerable. And I promise you that if you do those things, people are going to start flooding into your inbox and saying, okay, what is it that you are doing? Because I want to be a part of it. And that is all that I have to say. So I am going to pass it over to Lindsay.
Hey guys, Emily's a hard act to follow, but I'm going to try my best. I am a double diamond. I've been with the business for almost 6 years now. And I say that because what I'm about to tell you that is working is not how I've always built my business. But I'm telling you this because it's what's working now. So do it, okay? So I'm not going to go into the nitty gritty of host to post. That's not what this is about. If you have any questions on host to post, you can search it on the team page or just ask your sponsor. We've got a million trainings of hour long, 5 minute long. We've got everything you could ever need to know host to post because it is that important. Know it, learn it, become a master at it, okay? So this is what I did that helped me sign several distributors at last month, excuse me. I have a little cough, not COVID, just a cough, but okay. So when you are getting ready to do host to post, you are going to throw up the giveaway post on your own wall, right? Like my teammates giving away $200, or, I'm giving away $200 to Target, spell your name backwards for a chance to win. That one is killer for me. It works every time. Then those people who comment, I've been giving them all giveaway posts. Every single one of them a giveaway post, because what this does is it allows you to get into the webs of their network faster. And that's what I'm about. Like, I just want to reach people that I wouldn't have been able to reach as quickly as possible, right? So I give them all a giveaway post. Then those people are going to get either a product post or distributor post. How do I decide who gets that distributor post? Because to me, that's the gold. That's the big one for me. So I look at their page, and if I think I want to work with them, or they would be amazing, or they have a lot of interaction on their post, they're getting a distributor post. If I look at their little friends, if you scroll down, they've got their friends, and you can kind of see like 8 or so of their friends. If this is such a weird thing to say, but if they've got good profile pictures, I'm giving them a post, because it shows that their friends and their network know how to use social media if they've got a good profile picture. I know that sounds silly, but I kept wondering, why do I look at their friends and what am I seeing there that just makes me want to give them a distributor post? And that's what it is. Because if people either don't have pictures, or, sorry, gotta throw the ball. If they don't have their pictures, or all their friends have like really blurry pictures, or they're like awkward looking selfies where you can tell that they don't know how to take a selfie, like they're not social media people that are probably going to be open to working from their phone. Let's be honest. So I'm all about not prejudging, but that is one of the things that I look at when I give them a distributor post. Everyone else gets normally everyone else gets a product post. However, when I am pushing for distributors, if I'm on the fence and I'm like, I don't know, maybe give them a distributor post. When I'm pushing, more people get distributors. So usually it's like 2 or 3 distributor posts a day, 5 or 6 product posts a day. When I'm pushing for distributors, it's flip-flopped, okay? Excuse me. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense, because the more people that are seeing that post, the more people you're going to get to talk to. And the simple script I use, Alyssa has already shared it in the chat. Scroll through it, copy and paste it into your notes. It's gold, you guys. Make sure you know she has 2 messages that are the same but with different YouTube videos. Watch both of them and pick the one that works for your network best, okay? But that script, it's short, it's sweet, it's to the point. And then if they ever ask a question that's not answerable within that script, I voice message. That might sound terrifying, but someone, especially coming from host to post, hearing your voice, hearing your personality, hearing you stutter and trip over your words and yell at your dog or whatever, like they're going to relate to you more. They're going to know you're a real person and know that you're genuine quicker because they don't know you. None of these people know you. That's kind of what host to post is meeting new people very quickly. So voice message those people. If you get into personal stuff, voice message them, like relate to their story, tell them a little bit about yours. Voice messages are so important, especially with host to post people. So that script is great, but if they go off script, don't like freak out and try to get them back on it. Just voice message and slowly try to get them back so you can seal the deal. But that's just gold. The other thing is if you send a voice message that is so good. I did this in October. I was like on fire one day and I sent some amazing voice messages. And so what I did, instead of trying to recreate them for each person, you can hold your finger down in Messenger on your voice message, and there's an arrow. Click the arrow, and you forward it to yourself. And then after you forward it to yourself, go back into your own message, like that you forwarded it to yourself in, and type up like getting started so that you know what the heck that voice message is. And then you can forward it to other people without having to redo it. That makes sense? So like if you record yourself to someone, like, and you tell your story and you get it down in 30 seconds or 45 seconds and you're like, dang, that was really good. Forward it to yourself, save it so you can keep using it whenever someone else asks. Like them hearing your voice is so crucial. And that's all I have. Like host to post, go hard on distributor giveaway posts. Don't forget about the loyal customer posts because we do need loyals too, but flip-flop it when you're more distributor focused, especially these first 2 weeks. Get as many of those up as possible so that you can be signing distributors, and make sure you copy that script from Alyssa that she posted in there. And if you need any help with scripts or what to say, your sponsor can help you as always. So that's all I got. Make it super quick.
We could talk all day, you guys, about signing distributors and recruiting and whatnot, but I think we covered like the main things that you guys really, sorry, you can hear background noise, that you guys really need to hear tonight to start making waves as far as growing your team and growing your potential distributor list, you guys. So for the next 30-ish days, make a goal for how many potential distributors you're going to add to your list. Don't focus so much on the outcome and the people that actually jump in. There are going to be people that jump in, especially with these codes, but make it about how big of a list can I get come January 1st? How many people can I talk to about this business and this opportunity? Because the longer this list is, you guys, the more people that will join you in 2021. And sometimes we can't control when people are ready, when they overcome their fears, so on and so forth. But we can control our output. We can control sharing our story. We can control sharing the opportunity and how many people we're willing to talk to about it, how many PDT host to post will get up. We can control that. So focus on what you can control and the enrollments will come. I just wanted to share one little extra tip before we jump off, because I know some people are talking in the chat about voice messaging. And I think, I mean, honestly, recording them and saving them to yourself is like the best tool. But I also want you to hear, if you're someone that's newer and maybe you're nervous about voice messaging, I give this tip a lot, but just even if you don't voice message about the opportunity, voice message and let them hear something else. Like all the time, I will voice message people before I send them one of the next scripts that I put in the chat. And it might just be like, hey, I'm about to send you that quick video. I'm just on my way out the door to pick up my son from school, but I'll send it right over. Like just that. I didn't even say anything about the business. I literally just wanted them to hear my voice because these people don't know me. A lot of times when they're coming from host to post or TikTok or whatever, they don't even know if I'm just a robotic text. So I'll just throw in a voice message here and there so that they can hear that I'm a normal person. I'm a mom. I might have a kid screaming in the background. And so if you need to practice voice messaging, that's a great way to do it too. And then I know we didn't touch on this tonight, and there's lots of, you can search, I think you can probably search objections on the team page, you guys. But when you start talking to more and more people about the business, you are going to hear more and more objections. And a lot of times they are the same, like I mentioned earlier. They're too busy, they're too shy, they've done something like this before, it didn't work out, they don't know enough people. Okay, there's like 5 main objections you're going to hear over and over. So that's why it's important to continue to show up and plug in and build your confidence about this industry so you can help people overcome those objections. Because I guarantee you guys, if we dropped a 1 in the chat, if you had one of those objections before you joined, but you're still here tonight, there's 53 of you, and you're still here tonight, you still joined, it's because someone helped you overcome that objection. So it is part of our job as reps for this company to help people overcome those objections, because you're seeing all these people in the chat that had objections before they joined too, and they still joined. An objection is not a no. An objection is a fear. That's all it is. And so it's our job to say, I understand that, but here's the thing. I understand you're nervous. I was the same way. Finding a way to relate to their objection, or saying, you know, my friend so-and-so was like that. Oh, my friend Lindsay was, you know, that way. My friend Emily was that way before she joined, okay? Even if you didn't have that same objection, one of us did, and you will get to know that, and you'll feel more confident helping people overcome their objections as you go along. But for now, when you're talking to someone, if you really want to work with them and they give you an objection, voice messaging is a great option if you're confident enough to do it. If not, message your sponsor. Stop assuming those people are like, oh, nope, she doesn't want to, she doesn't have the money. Okay, no, not having the money is a perfect opportunity for them to join. It might not be today, but you have to address the objection, otherwise they will never join. If you just say, okay, let me know when you've got the money, guess what? They're still not gonna have the money next year because you didn't help them. So overcoming objections is not a no, you guys. You've got to understand that when it comes to recruiting distributors, you will be way less discouraged when talking to potentials when you realize that. So that's what I wanted to end with tonight. I appreciate you guys being on. I will go ahead and leave this up so you guys can copy the chat if you want in the messages. I can pile them into a document too, but I would recommend just, we've got, what, 9 more days to take advantage of these $39 codes. So I would copy as many of them as you can and start going out and planting seeds and following up with people that you have mentioned the business to before. So thank you guys. I hope you have a great night. Lindsay, Emily, I appreciate you guys.